Is Bedwars dying?
Is Bedwars dying?
Is Roblox Bedwars dying?
That's dying.
Slowly dying.
Is Roblox
It is slowly dying. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of dying.
Bedwars really dying? And what caused this decline in players? Well, I found 3 hints that may have caused this slow fall. And to find out about these 3 hints, we have to go back 2 years, when it all started.
Whoa, what is this place?
This is Roblox Bedwars Beta.
Yo, the OG days were so amazing. Like, there weren't any hackers, there weren't any kids, yeah, it was amazing.
It's May 2021 and Easy.gg has released a new game, Roblox Bedwars. The game was simple, just like Minecraft Bedwars. You collect resources, kill players, break the beds, and win the game. On release, the game had a lot of problems. The iron armor looked like it was made by a 5-year-old. Games weren't starting properly.
The match isn't starting.
And everyone's hair was just non-existent.
I'm bold now.
However, during that time, there weren't a lot of PvP games in Roblox. So the smooth gameplay and PvP mechanics made the game very enjoyable for a lot of players. We can see Bedwars' first bit of success after big YouTubers such as Tanker, Bandites, and many other Arsenal YouTubers started to transition to Bedwars, leading the game from averaging around 10 to 20,000 concurrent players to 50 to 100,000 concurrent players. This was the breaking through point for Bedwars.
Where are we now?
This is the kit update.
Whoa, that's the old barbarian kit.
Yup,
Yeah,
kits
that is
are
the
out
old
and
barbarian
people
kit.
loved them. Kits made the game much more fun and
Like, in the OG days of Bedwars, I know not everyone knows this, and that's why I'm gonna talk about this. Like, there was no Rage Blade. Like, if you had the barbarian, the best sword you can get was the emerald sword. Like, in OG days, like, there was no Rage Blade.
let people come up with creative ways to play the game. It was a perfect update to make itself different from the Minecraft version. Additionally, around this time, YouTubers such as It's Matty, Spec, Mini Bloxia, and more started to blow up and attract new audiences. But what made Roblox Bedwars successful were their consistent quality updates. Roblox Bedwars updated every single week with new interesting kits, items, and LTMs. YouTubers were able to come up with creative videos such as challenges,
They're out the game, there we go, now we can do some trading, alright?
roleplays,
Alright, boys! We're doing hide and seek. I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you.
tips and tricks,
Well, if you have up
Yes, sir.
you can use the Jade Hammer to save yourself if you aren't too far down.
shorts, and more. The Bedwars YouTube scene grew to one of the biggest in Roblox and led Bedwars to have one of the biggest player bases. Nothing was going to stop Bedwars' growth, and it seemed like it was all up and up from here. Right? Nope. From around August, Bedwars started to show a slow decline in players. A lot of big YouTubers started to quit and transition to games like Bloxfruits. So what happened? Why did players and YouTubers start quitting? And ultimately, is Roblox Bedwars dead? To answer these questions, we have to dive into the first hint. Competition. This isn't anyone's fault. It's bound to happen to any PvP game. Let's look at Fortnite. Fortnite started to blow up in around 2017 and it was an instant hit. It was free and it was fun. But what happened? If it was so fun, why did the player base start to decline? Well, let's take a look at Sunny V2's video to understand this.
There just wasn't as much reason to play public matches because you could learn everything by playing privately. And then when you did go to public games, everyone suddenly knew what they were doing. The natural progression felt off and made the game instantly less enjoyable.
Yep.
Now, there were other reasons for Fortnite's slow decline, but in a competitive aspect, this is basically what's happening to Roblox Bedwars right now. It's just too competitive. If you join any sort of game mode, even Lucky Blocks, most players will rush you and try to kill you in minutes. For the majority who
any
are
kind of game
casual
mode, there's way too many
players, this
sweats.
isn't really enjoyable. The fact that players can go into a custom match and enhance their skills in a short amount of time made the skill gap smaller. Noobs that you're able to see in most matches before are just gone now. It became difficult for new players to get a hang of the game and win. But competitiveness isn't the only problem that may have caused this decline. Which leads us to the second hint: YouTube videos. I told this before and I'll say it again. Content creators are the backbone of the success of a game. In simple words, it's free marketing for the game. Content creators have a big reach and appeal to new audiences every single day, leading Bedwars to gain more players. Back then, the Bedwars YouTube scene was one of the biggest in Roblox. As I said a while ago, it had many genres of content to enjoy, and interesting and fun videos were uploaded every day. There were many up-and-coming YouTubers too, making Bedwars content more diverse and enjoyable. But right now, it's the exact opposite. A lot of YouTubers quit making videos on Roblox Bedwars, or just don't upload like they used to anymore. And to be frank, a lot of the content now is repetitive. Most challenge videos are basically the same kit challenge, the same relic challenge, the same enchantment combo challenge. Almost every challenge at this point has been done. In addition to that, since big roleplay tips and tricks and short features.
What the heck, bro?
Babysitters and more.
Share your small business with a fellow small business
Bro,
owner.
I am not trying to watch this stuff right now, bro.
YouTubers quit the game, Bedwars content doesn't offer the same diverse, interesting and fun videos as before, lessening the audience reach of the game. The decrease in hackers may have also affected the dry Bedwars content.
Yeah.
But in the past, the community
It was so dry, bro.
There's nothing more that people hate than exploiters.
Exactly. All the hackers came back.
Content about destroying hackers or banning hackers, it would be an instant viral video. For the majority of the enemy being destroyed and clowned on is entertaining and satisfying. And anti-cheat is well improved and major exploits are discontinued, there are barely any hackers at all, which is a good thing for everyone, and I'm really happy that I don't have to encounter a hacker every 2 to 3 games. But in my opinion, this also may have led the Bedwars YouTube scene to go dry. Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. There are a lot of underrated content creators that make interesting and unique videos on Bedwars. And I don't blame the content for being repetitive. Content creation is very hard. Thinking of new ideas every day when almost every challenge or video idea has been done is very difficult. But we have to admit that content is just dry right now. Now let's move on to the third hint, the updates. Roblox Bedwars updates every week, and thanks to these weekly updates, YouTubers were able to make new challenges and gameplay videos, and players were able to have fun with the new updates every week too. And this worked well for the first.
I forget what season it was, but only half of the updates were okay, the other half were absolute dog water.
Year, we had legendary updates like the kit update and the battle pass update, which paved a new path for Roblox Bedwars. Fun updates like Penguin, Traumatic Stress Disorder, Infected, Lucky Blocks, and more were added, together with Season Ranked for the
Ranked was so annoying.
Competitive players. These updates made the game have a lot more variety, players were able to enjoy the game according to their playstyle. But sooner or later, we would see that some of these updates were going to be a curse that may have contributed to the decline in players. Updates started to become repetitive and boring for a lot of players. Kits with similar abilities, confusing items, and relics. Updates started to feel the same, and people weren't getting that same enjoyment as before. Cool, I guess. It started to get hard for new players too to get the hang of the game with all the kits, items, and features. So, is Roblox Bedwars dead? No. 50 to 100,000 concurrent players are still a lot of people. And in my opinion, unless there will be a better Bedwars or even a PvP game, Bedwars will never die. But its player base has surely decreased. However, this is no one to blame. Games come and go. Playing the same game every day for 2 years would make any person bored of the game eventually. I personally used to love islands, and I loved collecting and trading items, but it just got boring doing the same thing every day. Bedwars does have a chance to reverse this though. Recent updates like new events and LTMs made the game feel different though. Recent updates like new Bedwars does have a chance to reverse this though. Recent updates like new
he's just walking around, bro. What is he doing?
Events and LTMs made the game feel different and enjoyable. But what happens in the future, only time will tell.